20 guests, 2 days of flavors, and one very busy kitchen. From brewing spicy tamarind and hibiscus sherbets to tray börek, Güllaç, Mantı soup, to lamb Orman Kebabı and mezes. I'm taking you behind the scenes of a big iftar gathering at my home. Let's get started. The day before in the afternoon, I begin to make my sherbets. This is tamarind. We have on the market in 2 different ways. This is how it looks as a fruit, and you can also buy in paste form. I had this one and soaking it before making. And here is one of our winter favorite salad, celery root with yogurt dressing. I shared it many times, and make sure to try it. If you tried already, let me know in the comments if you liked it or not. Normally I wasn't a person that liked the celery root, but when it is uncooked, it's so refreshing with the yogurt, apples, pickled cucumbers, and finally I will serve it with orange slices tomorrow. Here it's evening time. After the iftar, before going to the mosque, I soaked my dried fruits for the hibiscus sherbet, and the tamarinds are also softened. I am preparing the spices. Want to use a little bit of cinnamon stick, not too much, not to overpower. 4 cardamoms, it's up to you, but don't make anything overpowering. Some cloves and some fresh ginger, just cutting roughly to give the flavor. This was after I came from mosque. I began to boil my sherbets. The fruits are softened, adding 1 apple just to give more flavor, and couple of cloves. This is the second sherbet, by the way, and the main ingredient, which is hibiscus flower. Just a pinch of, a little bit of fresh ginger here again. And after simmering for half an hour, I am adding the sugar, extra lemon, some ıtır, rose geranium. It gives so much flavor. It's optional, of course, but I have it, so why not using it? And my sherbets are ready to cool down. Next, I prepared the hummus. I have ready cooked chickpeas and some celery root. I wanted to make it pink colored this time with the flavor. Some tahini, lemon juice. I didn't have much tahini, so I added later next day. Gave everything a mix. Add some ice cubes. Taste it. And it's done. I'm gonna give all the measurements in the description below, so make sure to check it. After sherbets are cooled down a little bit, I'm straining them and let them cool down completely in the fridge. It's 11 o'clock and I'm beginning to cooking my dishes, my main dish. This is kuzu kuşbaşı, 160 grams almost. And this is the leg part of the lamb. And we're gonna turn it into a orman kebabı. I have more than 2 kilograms of lamb here. This is the tail fat, the crispy part of it. I also have the fat. I just cut the tail fat into cubes and melt it, begin to saute, and it melts away the fat. I shared this recipe before when I was making belen tava. I will give the links for you to watch if you are interested how to make and more details. And this is the leftover. This comes very tasty and crispy. I'm gonna make it smaller and add it to my dish along with some tail fat. To be able to control the ingredients for my Orman Kebabı, I wanted to partially cook my bezelye, green beans with some salt. I have 200 grams butter almost at room temperature, adding half cup vegetable oil, half cup plus 1 tablespoon yogurt, 2 tablespoons yogurt, egg. I'm making 1.5 measurements amount, so adding 1/4 of a cup more vegetable oil. I took out the butter from the freezer a little late, so it is still kind of hard. That's why the oil spilled all over. I'm gonna wait a bit more. Meanwhile, I wanted to make the simple syrup so it can cool down. 4.5 cups of water and sugar and slice of lemon. I'm gonna continue to boil for 5 more minutes and then let it cool down. Semolina, pinch of salt, baking powder, vanilla powder, and again about 1/4 of a teaspoon baking soda, and over it drops of lemon. Coconut is optional, but I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons for extra flavor. The dough should be pliable but on the soft side, and we are ready to shape it. I'm gonna fill it with walnuts, and this is the silicone mat I use for shaping it. Normally you can also use a strainer, which is the classic way in all times to shape. First you just add the filling after opening up with your help of your palm, and then press onto this silicone mat, or either again to strainer, and you get this beautiful pattern. It's a classic dessert back from late Ottoman times probably. My daughter is helping me to portion the dough into 25 grams here. And when she's in the kitchen, it means we have some music on the background and lots of talks, thankfully. Since I'm cooking lamb meat, I should have checked it earlier, so it was a bit overcooked. Well, it's perfectly cooked, but I still need some ingredients to add, so I had to take out the meat and sauteed my onions, carrots, and then later, after the base is done, I'm gonna add the meat back. Orman Kebabı is also an Ottoman recipe, but back then they were not using lots of tomatoes or tomato paste, because they didn't have it in the early centuries. But today we use it a lot. I wanted to add just balanced a little bit to give color, not too much. And after everything got soft, I add back the beautiful lamb meat. My green peas are also soft, so adding them as well, along with some of the cooking water and some meat stock that I had on hand. Havuç tarator, carrots, meze with yogurt. My daughter is making. And we have Güllaç here, sorry. And our meat is ready, our main dish is ready. And here our dessert is ready as well, resting, soaking the syrup, and now making the börek. Having börek on the center on iftar table or big gatherings for dinner is something must. It usually finishes in no time. It's beautiful, like crispy, soft inside. It's beautiful to have it, so we almost always have it. As you see, I placed two 1.5 sheets yufka hanging from the sides, and then wet them with the sauce, egg, milk, and vegetable oil or olive oil I used this time. Then when you are on the middle, you add the cheese filling. I just crumbled, didn't add any other ingredients like chopped parsley you can add. I didn't have much time, so I was like rushing. Wanted to grate some kaşar cheese here, you can use mozzarella, and continue to build up the layers. Ben şimdi bunu kaldırıyorum. Burada yapalım. Onu da çekelim. Ama her neyse ilkinde bir şey olmaz. Next, my daughter is making the dessert, Güllaç. This is very iconic for Ramadan to make. It's a heritage from Ottoman times again. These are thin rice wafers, and you soak it with simple milk syrup. And meanwhile, I'm soaking my rice after scaling into salty warm water. And my daughter is sprinkling chopped walnuts mixed with coconut flakes in every couple of layers. This onion meze is very easy to make, comes out so delicious, and it's always a hit on the table. You just cut the onions into 4 and then take out their layers. Saute for a long time on medium-low with some olive oil, salt, and a little bit sugar until it is caramelized. It takes around half an hour. Then you sprinkle some sumac, pul biber, chili flakes, cumin, black pepper, give it a mix. And after it is rested, I'm gonna serve it on the base of yogurt, drizzling pomegranate molasses on top. It's almost 4:30. I finished most of my dishes, my main dish, the mezes, the dessert, börek. The Orman Kebabı looks beautiful. 2 more things I'm gonna add. The one is freshly bought oregano or thyme. I always mix this. What this is? Thyme or oregano? Tell me. I'm gonna add this. I will also fry these, deep fry or in the air fryer, and then in the last minute I'm gonna add on top so they can be crisp still. The only thing I have left to make is the soup. I'm making mantı soup and pilav. I'm making it close to iftar time so it will be ready, fluffy and hot. For the soup I can reheat. It's good time to make it now. So let's continue. This time I'm using ready. I didn't want to shape all these small mantras, so it's gonna be very easy to make it. I'm starting by boiling some water for the mantras and adding meat broth for extra flavor. After they are almost boiled, I added cooked chickpeas, and while they are simmering together, I prepare the yogurt sauce. I have about 3 cups of yogurt, 2 egg yolks, and close to 1 cup flour. This is a big soup, gonna be big in amount, and added some chopped garlic too. And then you just drizzle the hot broth from the soup while whisking continuously, warm up the temperature, and then drizzle the mixture back to the soup while stirring again. Then you simmer everything until the soup thickens. Adjust the thickness with the extra water if it needs. Add the salt in the last minute because we are making yogurt soup. It can curdle if you add it in the first hand. Then the signature buttermint sauce on top and our soup is ready. The final countdown to iftar is always the most intense. As my guests begin to arrive, the kitchen becomes a whirlwind of plating. We are dividing the mezes across 3 setups, 2 for our long main table and 1 for the extra table. To make sure everyone can reach the hummus, the celery root salad, onion meze and havuç tarator. At the very last minute, I'm adding the finishing touch to the Orman Kebabı, a pile of hot crispy fried potatoes right on top of the tender lamb. After all those preparations, the table is finally set with everything from iftariyelik, the mezes, börek, Ramadan pide and more. As much as I love sharing these recipes with you, once the sun begins to set over Istanbul, it's time for me to put the camera down and be fully present with my guests. Seeing almost 20 people break bread together makes every minute of work worth it. Afiyet olsun and Ramadan mübarek to you all.